What's going on, everyone? My name is Aranok, and today for you guys I wanted to bring you the first edition of my new series, The Lore of the Storm. Today we're going to be going in on the newest hero to be released, Gul'dan. So without further ado, let's get on straight into it. Please be aware there will be some minor and major spoilers for the Warcraft movie. Little is known about Gul'dan's early history, except that he came from the Shadowmoon clan and showed an extraordinary talent with working with the elemental powers of shamanism. Because of this, he was chosen to be the apprentice of the elder shaman Ner'zhul, the chieftain of the Shadowmoon clan and spiritual leader of all the orcs. At some point in his early life, Gul'dan found a two-headed ogre named Cho'Gall. He began to train Cho'Gall in the mystic ways and was present at the Kosh'arg celebration in Nagrand, a celebration in which all the orcish clans unite during the spring and autumn, in honour of the time when day and night are the same length. It was always held in the shadow of Oshu'gun, the Mountain of Spirits, and actually a Naru trans-dimensional ship known as the Genedar. It helped the Draenei flee their native world of Argus thousands of years ago, where they then travelled the twisting nether until eventually landing on Draenor. Gul'dan was eventually contacted by a powerful ancestor referred to as the Beautiful One. The Beautiful One asked Gul'dan to unite all of the Orcish people and prepare for a war against the Draenei, who, Gul'dan was told, were plotting to kill the Orcs and take Draenor for themselves. In reality, the Draenei were peaceful people, and the Beautiful One was actually the demonic lord kil'jaeden, the Eridar lord of the Burning Legion. Gul'dan fully supported Ner'zhul and followed his every command. Ner'zhul began to notice that the Orcs could no longer call upon the power of the elements, nor could they contact their ancestors. Gul'dan immediately knew something was wrong. He travelled to Oshu'gun and discovered that kil'jaeden had tricked him and attempted to use him to take Draenor for the Legion. Gul'dan attempted to back out of kil'jaeden's plan and did not want war among his people. Kil'jaeden approached Gul'dan and offered him the chance to become a master of warlock magic, on the condition that he continued to unite the orcs under kil'jaeden's banner. Gul'dan accepted with no worries and immediately began to reshape the orcs, who before were simply a collection of simple shamanistic clans, into the bloodthirsty and unstoppable horde. Gul'dan trained a number of like-minded and powerful orcs in warlock magic and formed the Shadow Council. The council soon used its power and influence to direct almost every aspect of orc society so as to distract those few who opposed his dark ideals from their true masters, Gul'dan and kil'jaeden. Gul'dan began opening schools of demonology and necromancy to teach the shamans new power and replace their lost connections to the elements, transforming them into necrolites and warlocks. He even founded his own clan, the Storm Reavers, who were loyal to him alone. To seal the bargain between the orcs and kil'jaeden, Gul'dan was instructed to offer the clan chieftains the blood of Manaroth, a vile fluid that corrupted the orcs and bound them to the will of kil'jaeden, turning their brown skin green and enraging their minds. The first clan leader to accept this gift was Grommash Hellscream, the leader of the Warsong clan. The Warsong clan immediately became minions of the Burning Legion. The resulting horde was barbaric and evil, and an extension of the demons that they now worshipped. In the Warcraft movie, these events are slightly different. Instead of the blood of Manaroth, Gul'dan asks the orcs to accept the Fel magic, which is demon magic. As a test of the horde's strength, Gul'dan instructed the orcs to murder every Draenei they could find, leading to the near extermination of the Draenei race, a race as old as kil'jaeden himself. It proved that the orcs were ready for any war the Legion deemed fit. Gul'dan began experimenting and forced an orc to mate with a Draenei, which resulted in a child that looked unlike either of the races, Garona Half-Orcan. While the orcs did not know this at the time, Garona looked like a human, and was kept as Gul'dan's personal slave and later his personal assassin. She was magically controlled by Gul'dan and obeyed his every command. Later in the story, Gul'dan forced Garona to befriend the humans during the First War, and eventually forced her to betray her new friends, killing King Lane in the process. In the film, this is again slightly different. Garona is not shown to be under Gul'dan's control. Her murder of Lane is her own choice, which Lane encourages in order to trick the orcs. Gul'dan was contacted by Medivh, who was possessed by the Dark Titan Sargeras at the time. Sargeras is the leader of the Burning Legion, and kil'jaeden is one of his generals. Sargeras offered Gul'dan the powers of a god, if the Horde could conquer Azeroth. Gul'dan agreed, and together with the Shadow Council and Medivh, he opened the Dark Portal, bringing the Orcish Horde to the world of Azeroth. After successfully opening the Dark Portal, with the help of the possessed Medivh, Gul'dan decided to take Cho'Gall as his own apprentice. Together, they would manipulate the Horde as it rampaged across Azeroth. He ordered Grom and the Warsong clan to remain in Draenor, and, during the First War, sent a couple of assassins to kill Thrall's parents, Durotan and Draka. Gul'dan was still connected to the mind of Medivh, and as the Horde began to sack Stormwind, he sensed that a small warband had begun to march on the Tower of Karazhan, intending to kill Medivh. As Medivh was killed, Gul'dan slipped into a coma. Without the leadership of Gul'dan, the Horde began to break apart. Orgrim Doomhammer, Durotan's good friend, killed the current war chief Blackhand, and went on to slaughter Gul'dan's warlocks and the majority of the Shadow Council. When Gul'dan awoke from his coma, he discovered that only a select few orcs were still loyal to him, as well as his ogre apprentice Cho'Gall. His Shadow Council had completely been destroyed, and the Horde no longer followed him. The new war chief, Orgrim Doomhammer, decided to spare Gul'dan in exchange for information on Blackhand's remaining family. Gul'dan was happy enough to provide information after they betrayed him. Gul'dan went on to lie to Doomhammer, telling him that orcs were plotting to overthrow him. As a further sign of loyalty, Gul'dan promised to create an army that would only be loyal to Doomhammer. They would be undead riders. Gul'dan placed the souls of his dead warlocks into the dead bodies of the Stormwind Knights, and thus the first Death Knights were created. While they appeared to be loyal only to Doomhammer, they were only really loyal to Gul'dan. Gul'dan's thirst for power led him to the Tomb of Sargeras in the Lost Isles. Gul'dan took the Stormreaver and Twilight's Hammer clans, his loyal followers, with him, leaving Doomhammer with only half of his army. Doomhammer was forced to retreat from his war with the humans and began to hunt Gul'dan. Gul'dan entered the Tomb of Sargeras and began searching for the Eye of Sargeras. He did not find the godhood he was promised by Sargeras, and in fact was torn to shreds by the giant swarm of demons waiting within. The Twilight's Hammer and Stormreaver clans were also wiped out by Doomhammer's remaining forces. In his final moments, Gul'dan realized that he had been manipulated by Sargeras the whole time. This was not the end for Gul'dan, however. After he died, his skull was used as a totem for demonic or fell magic. A small shard of his soul remained within the skull, which whispered to whoever held the skull. The skull was first used by Ner'zhul to open other portals on Draenor, then by Khadgar to destroy the Dark Portal, and eventually it fell into the hands of Illidan Stormrage, who absorbed its power and metamorphosized into a demon. An alternate version of Gul'dan exists within World of Warcraft, Warlords of Draenor. This version of Gul'dan willingly serves the Burning Legion, and eventually used the Tomb of Sargeras to start the largest demonic invasion of Azeroth, shown in the upcoming expansion pack, Legion. His story is slightly different in the Warcraft film. Garona is not the result of his half-breeding experiment, but instead the child of Medivh and an orcish woman. She is also not under his control and has a mind of her own. And there you have it, guys. That is the story of Gul'dan. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to leave a like and tell me who I should do next. I'll do every hero, but if you have a favourite who you'd like to see first, let me know in the comments or tweet me at Aranok Plays, and remember to subscribe for more Heroes of the Storm news and Lore of the Storm. I'll see you guys soon.